In today's video, I want to talk about Ducati's ever-morphing Scrambler lineup, and it's a new addition for 2021, the Nightshift, a stealthy tracker put together by the parts bin hunters of Borgo Panigale that intend to replace both the Scrambler Cafe Racer and the full throttle models. You heard me right. Both the Scrambler Cafe Racer and Full Throttle models are officially out of the Scrambler lineup, which is really funny to me because of all of the models in the Scrambler lineup, those are the only two that I had to actually buy if I were in the market, and they are the only two models that I know people who personally own. Shout out to Lauren and his Cafe Racer. As with most of the 803cc Scramblers, Desert Sled excluded, the Nightshift is mostly a styling remix. As such, it features a number plate from the Full Throttle, a flat bar from the 1100 Sport Pro, bar and mirrors from the Cafe Racer, and an 18-inch front and 17-inch rear wheel. But what really makes the Nightshift stand out for me is the addition of the lovely spoked wheels and the new flat bench seat. I've had an internal issue with the bulbous seats of the Scrambler lineup up until now. The Nightshift's flat bench seat looks absolutely splendid on this motorcycle. Anyways, before we make the jump into the top 13 things you need to know about the 2021 Ducati Scrambler Nightshift motorcycle, I wanted to ask you all to take a moment and hit that little red subscribe button. Your support on my growing channel means the world to me. Alright, let's talk Nightshift. A narrow aluminum handlebar gives the 2021 Ducati Scrambler Nightshift a sporting riding position. Rather than going with clip-ons, Ducati employed a handlebar that sits well above the triple clamp. I sat on the bike at the dealership and it felt wonderful, right? Straight back, great handlebar location, almost more like a sporty supermoto than that of a Cafe Racer, if that makes any sense. The Nightshift is the only motorcycle in the Scrambler lineup with bar-end mounted mirrors. Obviously, they do a great job of reinforcing the Cafe Racer theme, but they will also give the rider a decent chance of seeing oncoming traffic. Traditional fenders are virtually absent. The front fender is bobbed to almost nothing, while the rear fender is gone. Instead, there's a small swing arm mounted fender that is also home to the license plate and brake light. The turn indicators are mounted on a stub behind the seat. Speaking of the seat, it's a traditional one-piece design that easily accommodates two. Nearly flat, it reinforces the Scrambler's retro theme while simultaneously softening the sporting look. I've already given my praise on the seat before, but sometimes you just can't say enough of good things. With a 17-inch and 18-inch wheel combination, your choices of high-performance rubber will be limited, but Ducati's stuck with off-roadable Pirelli MT60 RS tires. Even the narrow handlebars were discouraged during excursions. The wire spoke wheels unabashedly promote the vintage styling though. The number plates are plucked directly off the now discontinued Full Throttle model, but that's fine because if you ever want to go racing, there are now number plates on both sides of the 2021 Scrambler Nightshift. Just because the Scrambler lineup makes up the cheaper motorcycles in the Ducati family does not mean that they sacrificed adding some great technology with Bosch cornering ABS as standard. In addition, the LCD instrument panel has a gear and fuel level indicator. I'm not sure we'll ever see a TFT display in the Scrambler family. And something that I'm jealous of because I don't have it on my bike, there's a USB charger already wired underneath the seat. Brembo will be helping you slow the 432-pound wet motorcycle down with the supplied calipers on the front and the rear. The headers are stainless steel, the muffler is aluminum, and both are supplemented by black guards, and all of it looks great. The air and oil-cooled 803cc Desmodromic engine pushes out 73 horsepower and 48.8 pound-feet of torque, and it's backed with black with brushed highlights with aluminum belt guards, and they're all machine finished. The 2021 Ducati Scrambler Nightshift hits the showroom floors with an MSRP of $10,995, but you'll need to be patient as dealers won't be getting the Nightshift until April. This was the first Nightshift that Ducati Detroit got, and it might be one of the first ones in the USA. While I only got to sit on the bike due to it already being sold, I was promised that Ducati Detroit will be adding one of these to their test fleet in the upcoming weeks, and at that point you bet there will be a first ride video in the works. But let's wrap up this video. Obviously, I'm a fan of the Ducati Nightshift. I think it's one of the best looking scramblers to come out of the Ducati family, and I hope to see that this is the future of the design language. Now, what are your thoughts on the Ducati Scrambler Nightshift? Would it make you trade in a Scrambler to get the new design, or even peel you away from Triumph or Royal Enfield? Let me know in the comments. Alright everyone, now thanks for watching, now go out there and ride safe.